Did you know that 70% of the entire planet's cocoa beans is sourced from just four countries in West Africa? These are Ghana, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, and Cameroon. My name is Adelle A'asante, lived experience storyteller and cultural reparationist with special interest in cocoa and chocolate. I'm also founder of ENTCIC, under whose flagship program we run Chocolate Has a Name. Quite simply, let me tell you a story. For four generations and counting, women in my family have been tilling and toiling the soil as cocoa farmers in a village called C2C Reparative, somewhere in Ghana, West Africa, my home country. Well, not long ago, the children in my village asked a very important question. What happens to our beans when it leaves our farm? Believe me, this question is not accidental, neither is it incidental. It is deeply historical and structural, a legacy of injustice on which the cocoa and chocolate industry continues to thrive. As a result, Chocolate Has a Name was born. This is also a story of what design can do. We're here to use diverse forms of creative modalities as an act of repair, an act of reparations within the cocoa and chocolate industry. Currently, we are the only organization anywhere in the global north using diverse forms of creative modalities as an act of reparations within the cocoa and chocolate industry. The past few years, we have organized workshops to over 800 British children and paying it forward so that the cocoa farmer's child is able to answer for themselves what happens to their beans after it leaves their farm. Currently, in our pilot school, Takwa Bremang, somewhere in Ghana, we are putting together the first of its kind after 150 years of Ghana farming cocoa, the first ever chocolate kitchen in a school where children are able to incorporate cocoa processing and its value addition into their everyday learning. We've also been able to carefully design upcycled end of life cocoa sack into very fashionable tote bags as an act of repair, paying it forward to cocoa farming communities, especially their children, communities who are quite often invisibilized in the value chain. We do this because we believe that true sustainability is not bean to bar, neither is it tree to bar. In an ever changing climate, we believe that true sustainability will always choose people over produce. A new story we call the C2C, cultivator to consumer, bridging the world of chocolate consumers and cultivators, because in an ever changing climate, chocolate has a name. Currently, we are the only chocolate festival anywhere in the global north authored by people with cocoa farming heritage and the lived experience. We do this because chocolate has a name, as an act of repair, giving back to cocoa farming communities through value addition, so that the cocoa farmer's child will be able to answer for themselves what happens to our beans after it leaves our farm. This is uncharitable. This is an act of repair, and we look forward to partnering with you. Thank you.